What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Blythe and I'm gardening in Zone 8A in Eastern Georgia. It is super hot. It's midday. It's a little bit cloudy, which is nice, but I just thought that we could do a July garden tour of my in-ground garden here. There is a ton of work that I need to do on this garden, and so I am giving you the full, raw, and real July garden tour today. So hopefully we'll be able to get out here soon and get some stuff done in the garden, rip some stuff out, start thinking about the fall garden. But for today, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's go ahead and get started. So just a quick overview of the entire garden. I have about 1,000 square foot here, and I have 5 arch trellises and different rows going down the arch trellises. And then I also have a 10 by 20 tunnel back there, which we're calling the tomato tunnel this year. And you guys will see in just a minute how crazy it is. If you're not new here, you guys will see a bunch of stuff is like totally done for the season. I've been needing to rip these sunflowers out for weeks and I just haven't done it. But the plan is right now to rip them out hopefully this week and get some fall planting plans done. We're not going to plant quite yet. I'm planning on direct sowing a lot of things this year, so we're just kind of waiting for it to be time to plant all the fall stuff. So really quickly, these are my beans. They're done. These are the turkey gizzard beans. I have a little cherry tomato here. It's actually doing pretty good. I really need to spray it with some BT again because the hornworms I see have been here. I can see little poops on the ground. But that's a honey drop cherry tomato. It's really tall, you guys can see, like all the way up there, which is awesome. But it's actually looking really good. So I'm pretty happy with that. On this side, I have Blauhild beans, which are a purple bean. We still have a few left, which you can see, but at this point, I'm just letting them dry out. And I'll harvest just the dried beans from them. And then you guys, this is so exciting. I just noticed this. I have not seen this before today. This is the Chinese python snake bean. And this is the first one that I've had growing. Oh my gosh, it is so pretty. Wow, and this is, I actually have it planted on this side of the trellis and the leaves are not very happy, but I did notice a flower on here, which is super exciting. So I guess we'll be getting some more of those. I can't believe I totally missed this snake bean here. That's totally awesome. I'm really excited to try it. It's supposed to get like super long. I think like 6 foot or something like that. It smells really good. It kind of smells like a cucumber, but it's also like really nutty. It's interesting, but I've never tried this before, so we'll see. Look how long it is, you guys. So long. So then really quickly past this, we have the sunflowers that are getting ripped out soon. And then an entire row of zinnias, which flopped over from the pressure of the sunflowers, which we got those put up and then those put up. And they just haven't really bounced back. And I'm kind of like over it, to be honest. It's really hard to keep up with, like, you know, deadheading and stuff. So I'm kind of just thinking I might save some seed and then rip these out and use this space for fall planting as well. After that, I've got this volunteer sunflower in the walkway that did really well, but I already harvested it for seed. And then this beautiful, what I think is Floret Precious Metals volunteer zinnia here. So pretty. I've actually got a ton of volunteer zinnias all over the place, which I absolutely love. Like, I really didn't even have to plant an entire row because they just popped up everywhere anyway. So on this side, like I said, I have the Chinese python snake bean and then more Blauhild beans that are all petering out. I think probably what's going to happen with these trellises is I'll plant peas, or I don't know. We might plant something else. I'm not really sure. I might do a second row of succession of beans. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I probably should have done that a long time ago, but that's okay. Our first frost here is typically around mid-November, I think, is when our first frost usually is. So we might still have plenty of time to do another round of beans. I'll have to calculate that and see what we can do. On this trellis here, I have center cut squash, and on the opposite side, I have the Canada crookneck. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I was confused about which was which because they look so similar. Obviously, now that they're grown up, they don't look as similar. You can tell this is the Canada crookneck and this is the center cut squash. So they're easier to tell, but basically what I did was just let them go until they were ready to harvest as a winter squash, which they are ready. So I need to get out here and harvest them. We did have a lot of trouble with the vine borers this year, despite my efforts. But at this point, they're all pretty much like hardening up, and so everything's ready to be picked and torn out anyway. So that's okay. As you can see here, everything is escaping. But past that, we have my kiwi that we didn't know if it was male or female, and I still haven't seen any flowers on it, so I guess we won't know this year either. We're just letting him live here until I figure out what it is. I'm assuming it's probably the female. I'm actually not sure why I'm assuming that, but I feel like females don't put off flowers until they sense male flowers, but I could be wrong about that. Maybe that's just me making up stuff, but if you know anything about hardy kiwi, please let me know. So on this side of the zinnias, I have sweet peppers, which will go around and I'll show you guys. I have so many to pick. Oh my gosh, and I love, well, I don't know if there's a bug in that one. These Pippin's Golden Honeys are my absolute favorite. They're so sweet. It's like candy, you guys. Like the name is perfect. It suits it so well. I might use all these and make some like cowboy candy. Some like sweet pepper jam, something. That sounds good. So this is the other side of the sweet peppers here. So we got sweet peppers, so many that need to be picked. You guys can see like some dead ones. All of these, a lot of sunburnt. I think honestly next year, I had these last year in the tunnel and they did really, really well, and I loved that. And then you guys will see in a minute how terrible my tomatoes did in the tunnel. So I think next year I'm gonna switch it back and do peppers in the tunnel just because they did so well, and my tomatoes that are out here are doing so much better than the ones in the tunnel. So I also have some sesame back here, which I guess I need to harvest. I really need to look into how to harvest sesame. This is my first year growing it, but it is absolutely crazy. Like, it is so tall, you guys. That's sesame up there. Still flowering. But I only have 5 of them, but each of these pods has like so many little tiny sesame seeds in it. I love that. So yeah, I need to harvest that next. And then back here, I've got some eggplant that never got staked up, so they're kind of flopping over. And I need to harvest those as well. I've got Rosa Bianca, and then I've got just like some mixed finger eggplants. My ground cherries, they were not it this year. I'm so sad. I planted so many ground cherries this year, you guys, and I have no idea what is eating them, but something is just like coming in. I just found a ripe one. I'm just like decimating these as soon as they drop. I think it's my chickens, but I haven't caught them back here, so I don't know. If you guys have any ideas, see, now I'm finding them, on what could be eating my ground cherries, please let me know. I'm really sad because I really wanted to make some ground cherry jam this year because all my ground cherry jam from last year is gone. So after the ground cherries, I have hot peppers, which I have a ton of those as well. I need to do something with them. The Sugar Rush Peach are just about to start ripening up, which is amazing. That one's bad. We'll see. See? Oh man, a little sunburn, but this guy's almost there. And I'm gonna make some cowboy candy with that as well. Some tiny Thai peppers getting smushed back there. You guys can see the tiny little Thai peppers and smushed. some ornamental peppers, jalapenos, all that type of stuff. On this row, I've got some pumpkin spice jalapenos and some lemon spice jalapenos, which are pretty similar to me. I don't really see a difference. But yeah, a lot of stuff. Paprikas, shishitos, banana peppers, all types of fun in this hot pepper row. So at the end of the hot pepper row on this arch trellis, I had candy roaster squash, which I've got a couple that I need to harvest, one on the other side, and delicata squash, which did awful. The vine borers just like decimated the delicata squash. I got like 2 off of there, and I mean, I guess that's good, but I had like 6 plants, so 2 out of 6 plants is not that great. And then real quick, across from here is my fig tree. You guys, it's going nuts. Whoever said that fig trees needed full sun was lying, because this is in an incredibly shaded spot. Like the sun literally comes over this way. It gets like maybe 2 hours of evening sun. That's it. And it is doing incredible. Like I'm gonna have to trim this up because my walkway is like getting very, very narrow. But I did pick a ripe fig off of this tree today. And unfortunately I left it where my chickens could get it and they got it, but I'm hopeful that we'll be having a good fig harvest soon. I also have another fig on the other side of the chicken coop. So getting into this aisle is a little bit difficult. This is my Ayote green flesh squash. You guys, I was so worried about this. I was like, it's not gonna do good. Like this is the one thing that I'm really excited about. And here we are. There's like a ton of them on here, just making their way, and there's still more being produced. Like it's incredible. Like I'm so happy with that. I'm very excited. So let's just try to get through this jungle real quick and don't catch any spider webs above my head. Woo, I think I got one. Just a little spider web, it's fine. So you guys can see there's another one. Just, yeah, they're everywhere. I'm really excited. So this is kind of, the rest of this is kind of like flowers, mostly flowers, and a few produce things thrown in here. But we haven't had a ton of rain lately, and so the flowers are not doing great, but they're doing okay. They have a lot of like damage, especially from the beetles. They're actually doing really well now that we've been getting a little bit of rain, which is great. Yeah, they're looking pretty. Well, most of them are. So dahlias here. This is a lot of dahlias from tubers. I have some dreadlock amaranth here that I kind of threw in the ground because a couple of my tubers never germinated. You can see there's some, oh my gosh, it's so tall. Let's see, there we go. Yeah, so that's super exciting. I've got this volunteer Thai basil. I have no idea how it got here. I've got some Lisianthus about to bloom, you guys. I've said this before. If you go back to one of my videos, I'll try to link it down below. And I planted this Lisianthus, like it was pretty sad. And I was like, if I get one thing of Lisianthus, I'll be happy. So we're about to get 1 or 2 or 3 things of Lisianthus. So I'm super excited. I have some cilantro that went to seed, so I'm gonna harvest this coriander here. It smells so good. So good. Weeds. This area is just like taken over, even though I have this landscape fabric down. Marigolds, Dakota black popcorn that is ready to be harvested, so you'll probably see that in the next vlog and free up some space for some more fall planting as well. Real quick, this is so cool. I have no idea what bug did this, but like, that's pretty fun. This was the candy roaster on this side, and then, no. Okay, Ayote green flesh. Okay, Ayote green flesh squash here with some honey nut butternut, and then I had melons on this side. Did not work. Did not work. They, oh my gosh, I have to be careful with spider webs. There's so many spider webs, you guys. Ah, I'm scared. Melons, you can see, look at the little honey nut squash that got destroyed. Melons they're gone. They did not do because this Ayote green flesh took over the sun. And then look, you guys, this is the Ayote green flesh all the way out here. It's literally like all the way over the trellis from the other side and going that way. It's so silly. I love it. There's one up there. I gotta count these. Let's see how many I have real quick. One. I think I've got about 10 of the Aote green flesh squash out here, so that's exciting. So then on this trellis here, I have some Cajo watermelon, which, yeah, it's okay. I haven't harvested any because my chickens got it. And then I have a Brandywine tomato here, which I can't stand up. Brandywine tomato here that obviously is not getting any sun, so it doesn't have any flowers or anything on it, but the foliage looks nice. And then I have the Royal Golden watermelon, which is crazy how white these leaves are. Like, it's crazy to me. It's not like diseased, it's literally living. Here's one of the fruits that's not doing great. I think it might have had too much, not enough green to sustain an actual watermelon, but oh well. Maybe I'll try again next year. So then on the other side of the dahlias and stuff, I've got some like filler flower stuff, like eucalyptus here. Not doing great. Maybe it needs more sun, but I also had this volunteer ground cherry that I left, and that probably hindered them from growing up very well. So I might rip this out and see if they'll keep going. Next to that, I've got the Bells of Ireland that's doing so well. Ooh, it's spiky, you guys. Don't forget it has spikes on it. Doing really well. I'm really happy with this. I've never grown it before. I'm actually loving it in arrangements because it lasts forever and it's so pretty. Like, it's different, you know? Anyway, next up I've got some status doing well. Look at that little butterfly. Oh, cute. It's already starting to dry, so I'll probably just let it go at this point. There's some over there that's pretty fresh. And then right here is my watermelon patch that's going crazy. We've got Leilano Sweet Glow, we've got Moon and Stars. There's probably like 10 to 12 watermelons. There's literally 2 right here, out here, which is so exciting. You guys saw I posted a short of my watermelon harvest that was really awesome. I'm very proud and happy about that. So the discus is doing really good as well. It is super pretty. It's so like delicate. I love it so much. And then my baby's breath didn't do anything. I think it was too hot here. And then this little volunteer pepper that something ate all the leaves off of is really trying to come back to life. So I'm gonna let it go. And then you guys know all back here behind the corn is my celosia. So this is the flamingo feather celosia and the rose gold celosia that is doing incredible. Absolutely loving it. So pretty. Oh man, guess I have to harvest that one. And then in the back here, okay, here's a volunteer ground cherry I didn't know I had. Huh. Interesting. Garden snacks are the best. And then some echinacea. Look at that spider. I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh my gosh, the Paradiso bloomed. This is Paradiso echinacea. So pretty. And then all this echinacea. That's pretty much done for the season. I did not deadhead like I should have, but that's okay. Still looks really pretty. Walking around to the tunnel, I wanted to show you guys, I have these volunteer ground cherries here. Basically, once you plant ground cherries, you really don't have to plant them again. They'll just pop up anywhere. And so this is the saddest part of this entire tour because my tomato tunnel is really sad. Look how sad it is. I'm assuming because I had to use the sprinkler in here a few times that the blight just like excelled in here. Basically, most of these are dead. A few of them are doing okay. Like, I mean, there's tomatoes, but for the most part, like everything is just looking so sad. I'm so upset about it. Usually July is like our time when the tomatoes are in peak production, and the decision to put them in here was to hopefully like extend their production, but that is not, it's just not the case. I'm not sure what happened, but I think next year they're going back out up the tunnel and then the peppers will come in here. Oh, I just ran into a spider web. Okay, and I also have my peach reaper in here. I'll show you. That is not getting the sun that it needs. So the plan is to just go ahead and rip out the tomatoes unless they're looking like exceptional. Like maybe this one back here is okay, maybe the one up front is okay, but unless they're looking okay, I'm gonna rip them out and try to give these peppers the rest of the season to kind of do their thing, and then use this tunnel for fall crops this year. So that's the plan. So we've got a lot of things to do, a lot of ripping out to do. I am looking at a hornworm right now. So obviously the hornworms are back, and oh my god, that one's huge. So I'm probably just going to spray BT just so that when I am ripping all these out, I don't have to dodge hornworms because they're disgusting and I hate them. So that's the plan. But that's it, you guys. That's it for today's video. How many times did you hear the rooster crow? Let me know down in the comments below. But I appreciate you guys joining me for the tour. Sad, hot, miserable July garden tour. But we'll see you guys back here to rip a bunch of stuff out. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And the rain is about to roll in, you guys. Perfect timing.